This video is a brief summary of the most relevant areas related to the genetics of Gouldian finches. This is part 2 of my discussions about genetics, so it is assumed that you have already watched the first video about the basics of genetics. You'll find it on the YouTube channel called Gouldian Care. There are a lot of variations in Gouldian finch colours following the development of various mutations. Their genetics involves a variety of traits as well as different combinations, where some traits are sex-linked and others have autosomal inheritance. For the sex chromosomes in birds, cocks are ZZ and hens are ZW. Sex-linked traits are only carried on the Z, so cocks can have 1 or 2 copies, but hens can only have 1. The main colour categories of Gouldians are head, breast, and back. So in this example, many breeders would record it as red head, purple breast, green back, or abbreviated as RH, PB, GK. Let's look at these 3 categories, starting with the head colour. Red and black are both sex-linked. Red is dominant and black is recessive. Since it is sex-linked, cocks can be single or double factor, but hens can only be single factor. Then for yellow, this trait is autosomal recessive. Cocks and hens can have 1 or 2 copies, but because it is recessive, it only appears if it is double factor. The other requirement is that the bird must otherwise have been red-headed. A black-headed bird cannot appear as yellow, even if they have 2 copies of the yellow gene, but they will have the yellow-tipped beak, so that's a useful clue. Next is breast colour. There are 3 breast colours: purple, lilac, and white. All are autosomal. Purple is dominant, then lilac, and white is recessive to both the other 2. Just 1 gene means the breast will be purple, but 2 genes are needed for white to appear. And the third category is back colour. The normal green back is sex-linked and dominant. It's incomplete because it can also appear in combination with yellow back. Yellow back is also sex-linked, and it is also incomplete dominant. Dilute is where these 2 incomplete dominants can be seen in action together. Remember that cocks have 2 Z chromosomes, so if green is on one and yellow back on the other, both are expressed, and we call that dilute. Of course, this is only possible for cocks because hens only have 1 Z. Blue is autosomal, so it affects cocks and hens the same. It is recessive, so that means it must be double factor to appear. This mutation is essentially the elimination of yellow, thus making green look blue, yellow look white, and red look salmon. Pastel blue can be summarized as a dilute version of blue. It is a combination of single factor yellow back and double factor blue. Like the dilute, the pastel blue is only possible in cocks. An interesting feature is that it only occurs if the bird is purple-breasted. If they are white-breasted, they appear as silver instead. Silver is a combination mutation with both yellow back and blue in the same bird, and it also happens for an otherwise pastel blue cock, but which has a white breast. Australian yellow is entirely different to the sex-linked Euro yellow back. Australian yellow is autosomal recessive. An interesting feature is that the white breast is simply part of this mutation. It doesn't come from whatever genes the bird is carrying for breast colour. Our last example of a back colour is called dark factor. This is autosomal dominant, so it can be single or double factor in cocks or hens, and it is described as a modifier gene because it intensifies the darkness of other colours. A lot more information is also available in this book, Gouldian Finches, Care, Breeding and Genetics by Tony Hanks, available for purchase on Amazon. I highly recommend it to anyone who wants to know more about Gouldians. I hope you found this video helpful and that you have every success in this wonderful hobby. Thanks for watching and listening. For more educational videos about Gouldians, be sure to subscribe to the Gouldian Care channel on YouTube.